So today I'm telling my 6th story time, and pretty excited about this one because it's pretty crazy actually. I personally feel like this story is really insane, and actually a lot of people that I am close with didn't know anything about this story. So a lot of people are going to get surprised. But this story is about the time that I made a suicidal man cheat on his wife. So let's get to it. I was playing matching with friends. You know, like how they have words with friends and it's basically like Scrabble, and they came out with all those other games. I downloaded like every single one because I loved them all. And the first one that I downloaded that wasn't words with friends was matching with friends, and it's like this type of like match 3 game. It was weird to explain. It wasn't based off of anything. It was like their own original game. But in the game you could chat with other players. So I was chatting back and forth with the guy that I was playing with, and he and I became close friends. And his name was Lee. So he was older. I didn't mind. He was like, what, 27 or 28, something like that. I didn't really care because I wasn't, thinking of it in terms of we're gonna talk, we're gonna be a thing, whatever. But we exchanged numbers and started texting. And I was actually really afraid to. I'm still afraid to give people I don't know my number. So I gave him a text-free number from the app. So we talked basically every day, and then we talked on the phone at night. And things got close. Sent me a picture of his dog. We were planning to be talking for a while. At some point he told me he loved me, and it was weird, but he would always confide in me about his issues. And he was talking about he would always talk about how he left his last girlfriend, Cortney, a couple weeks before he and I had started talking. And he said that she was terrible to him and that they broke up because he couldn't handle the drama. And he told me that she moved out. So after a couple weeks of talking, he told me that he was planning to come see me here in New York in however many months. So maybe we were talking in March, April-ish, and he was talking about coming to see me October. So one day I tried to call and FaceTime him like normal, but he couldn't talk, and it wasn't like he just didn't pick up. He answered, and he was really quiet and hush hush, and you couldn't see his face. I guess the phone wasn't on his face like this. It was somewhere here or something like that. The next day he sent me a picture, and he was saying how everything in his house was trash and things were broken and laying everywhere. I was looking at the picture, and literally it was just stuff everywhere. It was a mess, and I was just whoa, your house is crazy right now. But he said that his dog did it, and he was super pissed off about it. So when he picked up the phone, things were kind of weird, and I could kind of tell that someone was in his house, and that's why he couldn't talk to me before. But he kept denying that anyone had been there. We kept talking basically, and the next morning I had this long text on my phone, when you and Bay are arguing and the text goes past how long the screen is, you gotta scroll. It was a long text. So I'm looking at it, and it was from his number, but it was clearly from his ex, Cortney. And she told me that he and she were together, and that even though they were having issues, they were still together. And she told me that I wasn't even 18 yet, so I had no reason to be talking to him, and basically told me to leave him alone. So let me tell you how old I was talking to this 28-year-old. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to guess. Go ahead. Done? I was 15. So I wasn't serious about him. I wasn't thinking about him in terms of, oh yeah, that's Bae. I was just talking to some guy, and it was pretty insane of me, but it was whatever. So I never told him I loved him. I didn't invite him to New York. I wasn't stressing over him. So I made sure and let her know he was pursuing me. He was the one checking for me. I am not over here, pressuring him to talk to me instead of his girlfriend, his wife, whatever. And I told her that he said that their relationship was a waste of time, and that he said she was crazy and made him insane. And he said they broke up 2 weeks prior to me and him talking. And she was like how they never broke up, and she never moved out, and they lived together, and he has serious mental problems, and he was depressed and suicidal. She was the one keeping him together. And I sent him all the texts. I screenshotted everything, sent him all the texts, and he got pissed off at me for talking to her. but she sent me the text from him to her, and he was like constantly verbally abusing her, and like she sent me the same pictures of what his dog did to his room, like the house before, like the couple days before, whatever. And she was like how once she had told him that she was trying to leave, he was the one who had trashed the house. And I was terrified. I was like, okay, well, I'm talking to a crazy man. So I told him not to talk to me anymore because the situation had gotten too insane for me. Like, I'm 15, I'm not dealing with your grown people. And he threatened to kill himself, and I didn't know what to do. I was really young, so I called the suicide hotline and gave his address. So I don't know if that helped, because he was like blowing my phone up or like whatever. He just kept calling, texting. He had me on Facebook. He kept like sending messages, so I had to block him on everything. But at the end of the day, I hope that he got the help that he needed. I hope that Cortney found the strength to leave him, because he needs professional help, not girlfriend help. And yeah, that's my story for today. So if you liked this video, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, tell people, and I'll see you next time. Bye, YouTube!